Okie dokie, we are back again and we're going to be joining some ranked games with a random character and seeing we're going to get today. And it looks like we're playing a ranger. So we do start off with a Goobert, which is kind of nice, especially with the Viney Basket since we're going to get so much healing amplification. So with that, we're definitely going to grab it. We're going to grab the little short bow as well as the little wooden sword. And I'm tempted to grab the shiny shield because it will give us a heal with our Viney Basket. But I'm going to roll trying to find some items on sale. And I will reserve this whetstone and the Walrus Tusk. And with that, this is going to be round one. Now, we didn't make as much use of our sales as possible, which is a bit unfortunate. But we're setting up for potentially an awesome run. Maybe. But are we going to be able to beat down this leather armor ranger? I mean, lucky for us, they're not using a ranger bag effectively to cut out crits on their weapons. Which is awesome for us, because that's a lot of DPS down on our opponent's side. However, we do have a lot of effective HP that we do need to break through. However, we also got tons of heals with our Gooberts, especially with the healing amplification, so I think we should be in a pretty good spot to win this one out, and hell yeah we do. Amazing even. Now, let's go ahead and grab this garlic. Let's go ahead and grab the whetstone with our Walrus Tusk and a set of healing herbs. We're going to roll once, and we definitely want this storage. To the point where we're going to sell a little Star of Courage to go ahead and grab it. Because we want to craft up a hero sword, and we want to craft up this little tusk poker. But we are going to have to finish on with this. We're not making as much use of our whetstone as possible, but I am prioritizing the healing from our Gooberts. And these two extra nature items allow us another 10% up to 25% healing amplification, which makes your Goobert heal instead of 9 to 11. Which is quite significant, because it will pop off at least 5 times. So that's another 10 heals. Wait, can we beat this mage? Because they're stacking up a lot of buffs, a lot of max life. We could be in trouble because they might just be able to outsurvive us with the sheer amount of max life that they're going to have over our Goobert giving us that heals. Because right now it's neck and neck. And we do need Goobert to pop off again. Just barely keeping us in it, but it's not going to be enough. Unfortunately, they did end up going turbo nuts. Now, we could craft up steel Gooberts, but I think I'd rather go for potentially a card Gooberts. Now, we also got Pika Pinata. Nourish, please, so we can survive for a bit longer to start. Or we could take the fun option of being submitting for dummies. Although this is also crazy fun. I'm going to take submitting for dummies though. And we could craft up a hero longsword. We could actually go for a break-in crossblades because we got ourselves another whetstone. I think I'm down for it. Let's take the extra whetstone. Let's go ahead and take our lucky clover. I'm going to roll, and we could take the hammer. We could also try to go for the crossblades by taking the wooden sword. We might just grab a little bit of storage for now. And I think I'm going to move on with this. We're trying to go for crossblades. It's been a while since I went for crossblades. Crossblades could be insanely fun, but hero longsword is going to be a lot of flat damage. I think we should be in a crazy good spot once we do craft it up. And now Goobert's healing us for 12, which is not bad. Definitely not bad. But our opponent does have Dig Deeper. With the shovel, they're going to be inflicting a lot of blind, decreasing our accuracy by quite a bit. But with our little tusk poker, we can stack up little bits of chip damage with our spikes. So I think this is not going to be close whatsoever, and amazing. Now, talk about crazy. That is a stable recombobulator. We can gamble every single round, which that's exactly what we're going to do. We can offer up our whole inventory right now. 38 golds. Should we go nuts from the get-go? I mean, I kind of want to take the wooden sword then as well. That's 41 golds. I'm going to buy this replacement banana because we're going to be getting rid of this one. We're going to be getting rid of everything. We're going to grab the garlic too. 43 gold. Holy moly. Our whole inventory is going to be gone next round. This is going to be quite the gamble. But we should have a lot of flat damage with our hero longsword. I kind of want to keep it to go for crossblades, but when you see stable recombobulator, how do we not do big old gambles? Smashing. Now what's it going to give us? Something amazing, hopefully, potentially. Okay, freaking Prismatic Wand is nuts, by the way. That's 18 gold by itself. Mage's hat with the broom and a heart container of all things. So we're definitely going to need a weapon. We're going to take our turnip. We're going to take even more storage for now, and we're going to take this regen. Now with the stable recombobulator, we could get rid of these items, but we could set up for something amazing. Being a Prismatic Wand with our heart container, if we stack up lots of regen, we can get tons and tons of power. Or mana. I think right now I'm just going to offer up our mage's hat, our chessboard, and this broom for now. Submitting for dummies, literally not doing anything since we did get rid of all our weapons. But we're looking to stack up crazy buffs with a Prismatic Wand. crazy buffs, especially if you get enough regen with a heart container along with a prismatic wand. Yeah, we should be able to get a big, huge max life increase and a crazy absurd amount of power. But keeping a broom in is a bit troll because it is going to eat up all our stamina. However, it's not looking too bad because we have 170 max life, loads of power, and smashing. Definitely smashing. You know what we're going to get from this? Okay, Shepherd's Crook, as well as a freaking Badger Rune. We can put this in our armor so we take less damage, or we can use up even less stamina if we want that too. We also got ourselves a Black Knight, but we've no chessboard anymore. I think out of all these options, I do want to roll. We want to grab every amulet because we can always offer that up. However, that's literally an insane one. And I think we have a build form in it. We probably want to go for a Thornbloom and Power Stack in max life increase. Awesomeness. Now the storage on sale I kind of want to grab as well. I'm going to continue to roll, and any item on sale we're going to be taking. For this round though, I'm going to be getting rid of a Shepherd's Crook along with a Burning Coal. Now, do we want to speed up our little Thorn Whip, or do we want to get a little bit of survivability for about 5 seconds after 4 seconds? I think I'm going to prioritize the little bit of damage down. But we should be able to get an insane amount of spikes thanks to our Amulet Wilds along with our Thorn Whip. And we'll see how this pans out. Our opponent did get a big old crit with the Ace of Spades. But we should get our big spike increase, loads of max life, and tons of power. I might actually want to go for a practically large greatsword with this whole setup, because it could be genuinely awesome and smashing. Now what we're going to get from this? Something awesome, hopefully. A Devouring Spear. Holy moly. That's literally just in power stacking first. Not in prism stacking, not in power stacking. What the hell am I talking about? And that's a Twine. We can go for a practically large greatsword from this Twine alone. That's kind of nuts. Let's grab the bird for now. Let's grab our boots. The carrot could be kind of nice because it has the potential to give us more power. I'm going to take it for now as I roll. And we're going to craft up a big old Bloodthorne. Or we could go for Flame Up. I mean, we could sell our boots right now to have it crafted up. But I think we should wait around. What I'm going to grab is the fanny pack though. Yeah, for sure. We also want to grab ourselves a stamina sack. And with that, we are going to venture on. So this is going to be setting up for a crazy, crazy run. If we get ourselves a practically large greatsword with this whole setup, I think we could be in for a crazy, crazy run. This Twine actually panning out to be something amazing potentially. A lot of spikes, decent bit of power. We do want to craft this up into practically large. I have a practically large greatsword on the brain. I want to craft up a Heart of Darkness. Wait, can we beat this big old berserker? Hell yeah, we can. Not bad. What's it going to give us right now? Okay, Cupcake, Piggy Bank, and another fanny pack. Now the real question is, do we want to go for infinite regen off the get-go with our Yggsdrasil leaf, giving us arm power from the get-go with a practically large greatsword? Also, every time we do activate a Prismatic Wand, especially if it's mana, is going to cleanse some debuffs and heal us. That's if we stack up enough mana. I'm going to take Yggsdrasil leaf. I think it's going to be our best option today. I mean, isn't that nuts? That's literally insane, Chris. Looks like we're getting our practically large greatsword anyway. Let's go ahead and grab you and our storage. And I want to sell this to go ahead and grab ourselves a little bit of luck. The only problem is I don't have a whole lot we're going to be offering up with our Stable Recombobulator. Yggsdrasil leaf wants to sit in here really, really badly, giving us literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regen off the rip with 12 mana. We do need 20 mana for our Prismatic Wand to actually start using up mana though. We also got our Cupcake. Now the Cupcake is interestingly not an H item, so you don't need it in our Viny Basket. It also doesn't work with Yggsdrasil leaf, but it's going to help us stack up our mana just a little bit. We can also place this in here so we can scale up our max life. Interestingly, not a whole lot. But let's move on with this. We're going to offer up one single flame. And that's all we're going to offer up this round. We might as well offer up at least one thing if we're not going to offer up anything anyway. Because it's going to give us more value. And holy moly, we're stacking up a lot of buffs. But is it going to be enough to beat out this Pyromancer who was going crazy heat stacking with a big old burning blade? Hell yeah, it is. Not going to be close. Amazing. And we got our stones. We got some big blue gemstones, which is nice. And we got ourselves our practically large Bloodthorne online relatively fast. And I'm going to offer up this little blue gemstone. And with that, we are definitely going to move on. We want to find ourselves. We should actually place this out. Because stamina-wise, we could be in trouble. I'm going to leave it out for the stamina. We don't get the damage reduction, which might be a bit of a troll. But having that minus 10% less stamina means we should be in a pretty good spot to start dealing some big old damage. And once we get 5 in power, this practically large greatsword is going to pop off. However, our opponent did steal some with the squirrel. But it's... honestly, they stole it again. But we do get online, which is amazing, and that's smashing damage. And here comes the big old busted blade. I mean, we're kind of in a crazy spot to win out right now. Now, out of all these options, I kind of want to take Bite Holy Light. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but we do have two really awesome holy items. Being a Heart Container and a Prismatic Wand. Speeding those up is going to be really, really nice. That's for sure. So, that's going to be our game plan. Also, finding more Heart Containers on sale is kind of what we want. Leather Boots we'll take. With the Shiny Shell, we're going to roll. And that's a Prismatic Wand. Or Prismatic Orb, I should say. Give us more starting mana. If you want to. We roll again. That's a Heart of Darkness, which we want. And a set of blueberries, so we can start off with even more mana. It should be amazing. Part of me really wants to keep the Leather Boots, because that will literally be... a summon power first. But I'm going to offer it up. Again, I want to be offering up way more with a STABLE RECOMBOBULATE, but it is what it is. Which means we want to take the Yggsdrasil lamp since it is on sale, but I am going to venture on with this, and... with the Prismatic Orb, we should be able to start off with a little bit more mana. We almost have 20 mana. We do need to get exactly 20 mana, so our Prismatic Wand can give us our own power. So our Particular Large Bloodthorne can pop off. Right now, our opponent is stealing a lot of our buffs, so we could be in trouble in that regard. And you know what? We're actually going to lose this one, because our opponent just managed to delay our big old busted blade. Wait, what do we get? A Breaking Square Larger of all things? That's kind of nuts. And right now, we're going to craft up this Heart of Darkness. We're also going to take another Fanny Pack. Speeding this fella up again, we're going to take this too. And we could keep it for mana. As for our piggy bank, you know what, I'm going to sell it, as mad as that is. Honestly, we might want to reconsider where this fanny pack goes, because if we place it in over here, we speed up both our Heart Containers, but then we can have our squirrel in up top. And this is genuinely looking kind of awesome, because we get full value on our Yggsdrasil sleeve, giving us 7 regen, popping a Heart Container immediately, but also giving us 14 mana. And with our Prismatic Orb, yeah, we start off with 22 mana, which means this is going to give us our 5 in power, so our Particular Large Bloodthorne can pop off immediately. So it should be crazy, crazy good. We just need our Prismatic Wand to pop off once, and then it's going to go nuts, dealing some big old damage. And we need to find ourselves some crits, and amazing. That was a lot of poison on us, by the way. My Heart of Darkness is going to be smashing because it's going to give us 4 in power from the get-go. Now I'm going to grab more regen. I'm just going to grab this. Amethyst Steel is kind of nuts, because it could potentially give us more in power. We're going to roll again though. And if we take this with our Amethyst Steel, we can pop off a 5 in power from the get-go. So that's going to be our game plan. What I am going to take is this Divine Pot. I kind of want to keep the Yggsdrasil lamp, even though I kind of want to sell it. But I want to keep it because it just gives that extra bit of mana. We're also going to need this bit of storage. And we might want to put our Badger Rune back inside our Heart of Darkness. But let's venture on once again. I mean, we're going to start off with 4 in power off the rip, which is already amazing. So it should be pretty good. We should be able to fund a lot of our regen as well with our Puzzle Bag of Energy. And yeah, we're just going to be constantly scaling up our buffs. Having this hit for 100 damage, and once we get some crits, it's going to be even stronger. Now in terms of DPS, we only managed about a 33 DPS. Our opponent did have a lot of damage reduction with both the Spear Bells and the Capless Comforts. And in terms of heals, we did manage about 24 healing per second. So our builds definitely has some room for improvements. So what, 100 max life gained and 30 block. But we're literally about to get our power from the get-go. We could just take a second Heart Container though. And that's White Lady's Collar, which is even more crazy. Let's grab our storage. Let's grab our armor. We're going to roll. Maybe should have taken a Heart Container. Actually, probably should have, yeah. Now, Pineapple on sale will help stack up our spikes. I'm also tempted to grab it. I'm also thinking about putting this White Lily's Collar in this position, so we can potentially stack up a lot of luck, a lot of regen. Every bit of regen we do stack up is going to be insane for a Particular Large Greatsword. And with that, we are going to definitely venture on with this. I mean, our opponent is rocking a big old Bloodthorne with 100% crits, and a Spiked Bolt are going to be blocking some of our damage. However, that's 140 crit, and not going to be close. 140 crit is nuts. I see how much Vampirism and how much spikes we do have, and in power. Yeah, it's kind of nutty. Now, speaking of nutty, we could trade up this white Lily's collar into red collar. However, we're going to grab the storage, we're going to grab this too, and we're going to grab you. Red collar will give us a ton more lifesteal. Every bit of vampirism will scale up both our damage and our crits then as well. But this is infinitely giving us damage. What I would really like to get is honestly just another collar so we can craft up a red collar. Now we could take the mana orb for a big mana buff bomb. That's something we actually want though. I mean, it's even more buffs, but should we take it? I mean, I really just want to keep rolling to find a red collar, but it is a mana orb. I mean, we could just craft up a moon armor to give us insane block. But yeah, I'm just going to settle for a protectable purse. And maybe we want to get rid of this shiny shell for now. You get rid of the shiny shell, at least we offer up something. We want to be offering up as much as we can. However, we are facing a turtle with a doom cap as well as a daggerang. They're not going to have too much damage, but they are going to be reducing our healing by insane amounts. But that's 190 crit and amazing. The Impact Large Bloodthorne is one of a kind of a weapon, to be honest. Let's grab a mana orb. Definitely want to keep this as White Lily's collar. We're definitely going to offer that up. And we're going to roll. More regen starting off. I kind of want to take. Let's sell you to keep rolling. All we need is one collar. Again, take every amulet under the sun. I'm also going to grab this to offer this up as well. That's 14 gold right here. And let's get going once again. Now, we could get a big mana buff bomb. We get invulnerability, which actually stops our Prismatic Wand and giving us some power. So, even getting a big mana buff bomb kind of counter... Holy moly, that was literally almost 300 damage. Okay, second Prismatic Orb is nuts. That's for sure. Let's grab you. Amulet Feasting could be kind of nice, but I kind of want to offer it up. We're going to keep rolling. Let's grab the shiny shell. Another bloody amulet. Another armor. Could be kind of nice actually, but let's keep going. Heart of Darkness could have been insane as well. Also, we could be getting more regen with our holy armor by having it in beside our prismatic orbs and our prismatic ones, but I think it should be okay. We should be able to get 16 mana from this alone with another 14 mana. So we have the potential to get a big mana buff bomb. Is that something we really want? I'm going to test it out this round. We'll see how it pans out because we might just want it for a prismatic one to give us our empower. Because empower is the most important thing we're going to get. Our opponents with the Captain's Comfort does actually reduce the amount of mana we do get, which is actually perfect for prismatic ones because that's just going to be more mana. Use up that empower. And we got crazy buffs. That's 200 damage and amazing. Definitely amazing. Now, Puzzle Bag of Endurance. Is that going to be good for us? Usually this bag is crazy nuts. Let's grab you. Another Amulet Feasting we're going to be getting rid of. Let's grab a regen. Let's go ahead and grab this little bit of storage and let's keep rolling. Any of these other items we do want. Fanfare could be kind of awesome. I'm just going to roll. Just keep rolling. Stamina pot. Don't exactly want it either. Leather boots. That's that heart container that we did pass up on earlier. I mean, it is more healing efficiency. It's more max life. It's no red collar though. One red collar here and we're going nuts. I'm going to gamble. I'm going to sell you and I'm going to keep going. Just one color. That's all we need. One color. And we actually got it. But how the hell are we going to bite this round? When we wasted all our... Do we sell our STABLE RECOMBOBULATE? And our regen for it? Or our Amulet Feasting? Is that mad? I mean, we could also just gamble everything with our STABLE RECOMBOBULATE. I think, for the sake of this run, we're going to sell our STABLE RECOMBOBULATE with a regen, stone, and a little topaz to go ahead and grab this. And we're going to craft up that red collar. We could craft up another white lace collar, but I think a red collar is going to go crazy for us. It's kind of crazy that we kept this Jin Slam for so long and didn't even target at our Perks Large Bloodthorne, because we could have got a lot of buffs from this. But I'm only using it for our mana, to be honest. And a holy item for increased healing efficiency. So, yeah, we're going to craft up this red collar. I think we should be in a crazy good spot from here. Red collar is going to scale up our crits with our vampirism. And we should be able to get more crits even faster. That's for sure. Because with 23 vampirism, hell yeah, that's a 252 crit. I mean, we only have 350 life. So it's going to be doing almost most of our opponent's HP. Now, honestly, I'm going to be grabbing Eye Lamp. Even though we scale up a lot of buffs, having some scaling accuracy, especially if you face a debuff stack build, I think is going to be worth it. That's the heart container anyway. I mean, I do want to take it. And it's looking kind of awesome. That's for sure. Now, another Heart of Darkness. I mean, really? Another freaking heart container? Should we sell our card? Should we sell this? That's 3, 4, 5 gold. That's literally enough for it. You know what? When we're going insane, we're going to take it because it's going to give us more regen. It's a little bit slow, but it's also going to give us a ton of max life potentially. The only problem is it could use up all our regen. So our Practical Large Greatsword cannot scale up that vampirism and spikes. But triple hearts with Practical Large Greatsword with crits, I think we're going to see how this one is going to pan out. We're also going to move this slightly up top in this spot, speeding up all these dark items, speeding up all these holy items. So with that, we are definitely going to venture on now. Are we going to lose out? This is one way we're going to lose, by being slowed down. This is the one debuff I was fearing for my life. But as long as we can one-shot our opponents, we have the potential to win out. But if this slows down too much, we're going to be in huge trouble. Because this is already going to be going pretty slow. 2-second cooldown. We need big old crits, 67%. Come on, we need some crits. If we're going to win this one, we need one big, massive crit right now. We did manage to get one. All we need is another one. Just one more hit off and we win the game. But it is going to trigger after 4 seconds, which might give him enough time to get enough block. But hell no, that was 360 damage. Amazing. So hey, our DPS is going to be a little bit skewed because we were slowed down by so much. I mean, this was nearly 5 seconds. But still, a 90 DPS is definitely not bad. It will be much higher if we weren't slowed down by so much. Now, in terms of heals, we did manage about a 90 healing per second. Again, it's skewed because we are slowed down. And in terms of max life, we managed to get 320 max life from a heart container, Heart of Darkness, and a Bloody Amra. Now, in terms of block, we also got 155 block, which isn't that great, but it did give us some power from the get-go. But hey, the Practical Large Ranger, always a ton of fun. And we did survive with 5 lives left, which means we're going to get a ton of rank points. Plus 13, not as much as I thought we were going to get, but we're back up to 80. Not bad. But hey, I'm going to have to leave you here for now. I just want to say thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even subscribing. And I hope to keep a lookout for the next one. I'll see you next time. Okay, we're back. Can we deal with the Stormbloom card goober type situation? Again, they're going to be trying to stack up a lot of power with loads of max life, but can they really keep up with a big old critting Practical Large Greatsword? They're going to be stacking up max life, but yeah, it's not going to be close. However, are we going to be able to deal with a Nocturnal Locklifter Bloodthorne Frostbite type situation? They have insane vampirism, way more than we have. When all their potions activate on their Vampiric Pots, they get a crazy absurd amount of vampirism, but they're not going to be able to heal past their max HP. However, can we take on this Ultimate Ascension Mage? 10-second cooldown, Moon Armor with a Stormbloom. They're trying to go for a crazy absurd amount of power. But hey, that's some crazy ass damage, and not going to be close.